SportAccord is the umbrella organization for all international sports federations as well as organizers of multi-sports games and sport-related international associations. SportAccord is an international sport organization with 92 full members and 17 associate members. Mission and values. SportAccord is the umbrella organization for both Olympic and non-Olympic international sports federations as well as organizers of international sporting events and in this case provide expertise in, for example, anti-doping, integrity, social responsibility, by establishing multi-sports games that group together similar sports. The SportAccord aims to promote the members and the members' visibility. Definition of sport. The SportAccord has developed a definition of sport to determine whether an applicant federation qualifies as an international sports federation. SportAccord's definition of sport is the following definition. The sport proposed should include an element of competition. The sport should not rely on any element of luck specifically integrated into the sport. The sport should not be judged to pose an undue risk to the health and safety of its athletes or participants. The sport proposed should in no way be harmful to any living creature. The sport should not rely on equipment that is provided by a single supplier. SportAccord uses 5 categories for its member federations' sports, many of which fall into more than one category: primarily physical, primarily mind, primarily motorized, primarily coordination, primarily animal-supported. Membership. SportAccord operates with 2 terms of membership. First, of the international federation can be full member, a secondary be associate member of SportAccord. History. The SportAccord is deeply rooted in the sports movement. As early as 1921, international sports federations expressed the need for a representative of the common objectives and interests. Under the direction of Paul Russo, Secretary-General of the Union Cycliste Internationale, a permanent bureau of the IFS was established to facilitate the dialogue with the Olympic authorities. In 1967, 26 international sports federations met in Lausanne and agreed on the need to increase permanent liaisons, and the name General Assembly of International Sports Federations was adopted. In order to establish a more formalized organization, the General Association of International Sports Federations was formed in 1976 and the headquarters were moved to Monaco 2 years later. The new millennium brought important changes to the organization, reacting to the increasing pressure on IFS to professionalize and develop. GAISF, in collaboration with the associations of Summer and Winter Olympic International Federations, launched first SportAccord International Convention in 2003. At the time, this new format by Sport for Sport allows IFS and sports business to get together, share knowledge and network. In March 2009, GAISF was rebranded SportAccord and, in the same year, its offices moved to Lausanne, the Olympic capital. SportAccord officially adopted the mission to unite and support and developed into a dynamic and active organization which aims to serve and promote its members. Its ambition is to provide high-quality services and expertise in areas that are of high importance to its members. Currently, SportAccord's focus is on sports social responsibility, sports integrity, doping-free sport, digital media and multi-sports games. 1920s. As early as 1921, under the direction of Paul Russo, Secretary-General of the Union Cycliste Internationale, Internationale, a permanent bureau of the international sports federations was created. With regular IOC meetings taking place, dialogue with the Olympic authorities became easier. However, organizations that were not part of the Olympic movement were excluded. 1960s. In the 1960s, the sports movement evolved rapidly. Roger Coulon, president of the Fédération Internationale de Lutte Amateur, was the first to express the need for a wider recognition of the role of IFs for non-Olympic federations, a forum which would enable them to better express the points of view as necessary. The creation of a stable organization ensuring permanent relations between IFs appeared to be the logical continuation of the meetings which took place frequently but without rules or a fixed organization. The common preparation of these meetings with the IOC could thus be better supported. It would also permit a constant liaison between the IFs and the outside world. In 1966, the time seemed appropriate and the convocation to the newly constituted assembly was launched. On 21 to 23 April 1967, delegates from the following 26 international sports federations met in Lausanne in the Hotel Continental: aeronautics, rowing, basketball, bobsleigh, mules, canoeing, cycling, equestrian, fencing, gymnastics, handball, hockey, ice hockey, judo, luge, wrestling, motorcycling, swimming, modern pentathlon, roller skating, skiing, shooting, volleyball, weightlifting, university sport, and Maccabi. The delegates agreed on the necessity to establish permanent liaisons between the IFs for the defense of their objectives and common goals, the preservation of their autonomy and constant exchange of information. The name General Assembly of International Sports Federations was adopted. In 1976, this name was replaced by General Association of International Sports Federations. In 1978, the office moved from Lausanne to Monaco. GAISF represented the logical continuation of the past IFs meetings, dealing not only with Olympic matters but also with all questions of common interest for the IFs. 2000s. In 2003, in collaboration with the SOIF and AIOWF, GAISF launched the first SportAccord convention to answer a need from the IFs, which were looking to have a one-stop shop where they could all hold their annual meetings, be encouraged to network and share the knowledge. In March 2009, GAISF was rebranded SportAccord at the meeting of the 7th SportAccord International Convention in Denver. In April 2009, it moved its main office from Monaco to Maison du Sport International in Lausanne, Switzerland. Due to the growing ambitions of SportAccord, the team is continuously growing. On May 25, 2012, the last of 8 days of the annual General Assembly of SportAccord in Quebec City, the Federation of International Lacrosse and the International Mind Sports Association were accepted, bringing the number of SportAccord members to 107. On May 31, 2013, the last of 8 days of the annual General Assembly of SportAccord in St. Petersburg, the International Cheer Union and the Fédération Internationale de Automobile were voted into SportAccord. On April 20, 2015, at SportAccord's 2015 convention in Sochi, SportAccord President Marius Weiser made a speech that was sharply critical of the IOC and its president, Thomas Bach. Following the speech, the IAAF, the ISSF, and World Archery withdrew from SportAccord in protest, and there were a number of further withdrawals in May 2015, including the International Rowing Federation, member federations, associate members, Commonwealth Games Federation, European Broadcasting Union, Masters Games, International Masters Games Association, Mediterranean Games, International Committee of Mediterranean Games, Military World Games, Conseil International du Sport Militaire, World Mind Sports Games, International Mind Sports Association SportAccord, World Mind Games, International Mind Sports Association, Panathlon International, Paralympic Games, International Paralympic Committee, School Sports, International School Sport Federation, Special Olympics, Sports Chiropractic Federation Internationale de Chiropratique du Sport, Sports Facilities, International Association for Sports and Leisure Facilities, Sports for the Deaf, International Committee of Sports for the Deaf, Sports Medicine, International Federation of Sports Medicine, the World Games, International World Games Association, Universiade, Fédération Internationale du Sport Universitaire, CSIT, World Sports Games, International Labour Sports Federation, List of GAISF Presidents. Current organizational structure. The SportAccord International Convention, originally launched in 2003. SportAccord International Convention is a gathering of more than 2,500 leading representatives from the sport industry. It offers the participants a powerful opportunity to come together on a global scale in an exclusive and authoritative networking environment, to build relationships, share knowledge and develop ideas that will benefit the entire community. Unlike any other event of its type, SportAccord International Convention is owned and endorsed by the sports movement itself. It was created and is owned by SportAccord, the Association of Summer Olympic International Federations and the Association of International Olympic Winter Federations. Over the past decade, SportAccord International Convention has become one of the key fixtures on the worldwide sporting calendar. It allows associations as well as the international sports federations to increase efficiency by holding all their annual meetings at the same time and place, and serves also as a commercial platform whereby the sports industry can have one-stop shop access to the world governing bodies of sport and the key decision makers.